As with a mechanic who works on other people's vehicles, and whose personal vehicle is sometimes neglected, I, as a firearms reviewer, find my own firearms being neglected due to my reviewing other firearms for you. The Glock G41 with Holosun 507C Optic is one of those firearms. As a designated home defense pistol, I should be shooting it on a regular basis, as is true of any other firearm that I use for personal or home defense. So, today, I needed to bring the G41 to the range and get re-familiar with it. Stick with me. See how we do. If you have watched my previous review videos on the G41, the pistol was purchased used and had a few issues. First and foremost was the locking block pin locking out from the frame, which caused premature slide lockbacks during the outdoor range session. Upon returning home, I discovered that while I had pushed the locking block pin back into place, the spring for the slide stop lever was not in its correct position beneath the locking block pin, and therefore did not have enough tension to allow the slide stop lever to perform correctly, to wit, holding it down against the frame so that it did not interfere with the slide movement during recoil. Today was the first chance of bringing the G41 back to the range to ensure that the pistol was functioning as it should, and that I am functioning as I should with the G41. What you should realize by now is that the G41 is far from being a pocket subcompact or even a compact pistol. G41 is a handful of fighting handgun with a barrel length longer than that of the G21, which is a full-size duty pistol. A 5.31 inch barrel length as compared to a 4.61 inch barrel length. The G41, according to Glock, is a competition pistol. I think that it is fair to say that if someone breaks into my home and is carrying a handgun or other type of firearm, that I am in competition with that person or persons. G41, therefore, transcends the boundaries of what is considered a defensive versus competition handgun. At the minimum, I hope to dispel a notion of disparity or advantage a bad person or persons think that they have over me. Big guns matter. Bigger guns matter even more so. The G41 must do its job. The Holosun 507C Optic must also do its job. The only question was, could I do my job with both? Let's see how we are doing. With all this rabble and babble over about the G41 MOS, I will say that I have several pistols that could fill the role of a home defender. So why the G41 MOS? Well, it was a question of caliber. 45 ACP has been a mainstay cartridge since I was indoctrinated into the 1911 family. 45 ACP is a battle-tested and proven cartridge, more so than hollow point varieties. Being of the old-school persuasion, the 1911 has also been a mainstay of mine. What I desired in a home defense pistol was a pistol that I am familiar with, and the Glock is one that is familiar to me. It had to fire a cartridge that I would not concern myself with over-penetration, and the firearm had to house enough of them should they be needed. The pistol had to be as reasonable in cost as possible, which ruled out some pistols in the marketplace. The G41 MOS, found used, fit that schema. The question of mounting an optic, or not, was a question that needed an answer. The stock lock sights are adequate for most situations, but for a pistol that may be called upon in a low-light situation, having visible sights better than stock lock sights could be useful. The question of optics had been on my mind. Since I reviewed the Walther PDP with the same HE507C-GRX2 unit mounted on it, I could easily recognize the value of having an optic such as this. With a full understanding of the pros and cons of such devices, aside from Ken Hackathorn's musings, I decided to set up a house gun for myself that would incorporate that optic as just another option to have, should I need it. In all reality, it is highly unlikely that I will need it, but I have a fire extinguisher in my vehicle and several in the house. What's the old saying? I would rather have it and not need it, rather than need it and not have it. The G41 MOS has everything I want. Uses an effective and proven caliber, is reliable, and is accurate. An optic is just frosting on the cake. With that, I am going to slice my cake, eat it with a hot cup of chocolate with Irish cream, and close this chapter. I hope to see you again. Until now and then, be vigilant, be armed, and be safe out there.